basically, they're the last leg of the cartel's logistical slave trade.
I was very upset with the nun that was running the joint.
Yeah.
She's driving a brand new SUV Mercedes, and she's telling us that we need to help pack some bags for these folks.
I'm glad to see that she upgraded from her BMW to a Mercedes SUV, because she was driving a BMW for quite some time, a brand new one, by the way. So
I called her out on it. I like that.
than I did. But no,
Oh,
Catholic
boy.
Charities and the others were getting $1,500 a day to hold and house and process those illegal aliens. And how it was functioning is the illegal aliens were in Mexico. They would come across, Border Patrol, you're right, would basically process them. They would all ditch their IDs and their pesos, and they would basically sign a piece of paper with whatever name they wanted. And a lot of times it's not their real name, it's just the name they make up. They'd be turned over to Catholic Charities predominantly, or Lutheran Social Services, or the Jewish Family Services. And what would happen was Catholic Charities would get $1,500 a day, and they'd put these people into hotel rooms. And I'll tell you a little story about a meeting with Border Patrol that Border Patrol told me the day after the meeting. I was down in McAllen. And the Biden administration had ordered Border Patrol to bring more and more people across the river into the country. And so Border Patrol had a meeting with the nun you're speaking about. And they told her, they said, listen, you have to house more people. And the nun said, I've already rented out multiple hotels completely full of the illegal aliens. I don't have the capacity for more. And so what the Border Patrol did was they told the nun, if you won't do it, I guess we'll give your contract to Lutheran Social Services. And she said, oh, wait a minute. She left. She came back a couple hours later, said, I rented out 2 more hotels. How many people do I need to house? And so then they started putting them there. But here's the kicker. Catholic Charities was getting $1,500 a day from your tax dollars to put these illegals in hotels per person. The illegal was getting a gift card with about $5,000 or more on it from the government with your tax dollars. Catholic Charities was charging the illegal aliens for the rooms using the gift cards. So Catholic Charities not only got paid by the government, then they turned around and took money from the illegals before they put them on the buses and the planes. But worse than that, when CBP One came out, the app that they would fill out in Mexico, Catholic Charities went into Mexico and would meet with the illegals. And for the understanding that as soon as they crossed the border and got their gift card from the government, they would pay Catholic Charities $1,500 for filling out the app while they were in Mexico. As soon as they crossed over in the United States, Border Patrol would tell the illegals, we'll let you come in the country and we'll turn you over to Catholic Charities. You just have to delete your application on CBP One so there's no trace of you in the system. And then they would delete it, and then Catholic Charities would get paid $1,500 by the illegal for filling out the paperwork that then got deleted. Then Catholic Charities get $1,500 a day per person. Then Catholic Charities would charge the illegal aliens for the room they were staying in that was already paid for by the taxpayers. And then, of course, with no papers, no background check, no nothing, these illegal aliens would sit next to you on a plane and fly anywhere in the United States that they had been instructed by the cartels. Don't let anybody fool you. Those illegal aliens processed and handled still are beholden to the cartels and owe the cartels money.
Yeah.
And so when they would get flown, they'd ask them where they wanted to go. They were flying them to where they were told to go by the cartel. And the cartel was receiving copies of the manifest to make sure that everybody they brought over was going to the proper places. And if not, they could track them down.
There you go.
Man,